Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I lost everything.
Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't think I was ever going to get back on. Shoot, that was crazy. Okay, let me see. Hold on, guys. We're going to get this, I promise. We will get this. Oh my gosh, I thought we were goners.
No, did you really? Did you think we have to do it all over again?
Oh my, no, I
Replaying?
wasn't gonna let that happen. No way. I was just like, what is going on with Restream? Everything's been going so perfect for us the last couple segments.
Oh my goodness. I
Oh,
just sit
okay,
here
we
and
got it.
wait.
Whoosh, just calm down. Um, so here we are with the Hard Truth Live with Anne and myself, Claudine. We don't have anyone in yet.
That's okay.
So how's your week been, Anne?
Oh, so tough. So tough. This simulation is out of control. I tell ya, I do my days from like Tuesday to Tuesday now, and every time we do this live and we finish, I just go, okay, what's the simulation gonna be for to the next Tuesday?
Where are we going now? I know. I always feel
It's
a huge
literally like
sense of
that.
relief when we get done doing this. Like, okay, I got everything out that, I wanted to talk about. And then I wish we could be a little bit more organized and be able to title them. I did title this one Healing and Evolving, because we kind of want
Mhm.
to, I would like to touch on that for a minute. You sent me a video about and the two things that she said that stuck out was mother and you can't be healing if you're evolving, which I've got my perspective on that. But I do believe her. I do agree with her to a certain extent, but there's also a certain extent that I'm like, that's not necessarily
Which
completely true.
which one was that? I seem to remember.
It's the
Was
one
that the one?
with the girl. She was talking with somebody. I don't know who she was talking with.
Saying that people are gonna die. That one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
But I do believe what she said. She
Oh
said
yeah,
just straight out. I have wanted to say it, but I feel like I'm like people will like think that I'm crazy. But if you don't do the work, you're gonna get kicked off pretty quick out of this off this planet, like physically. Like if you don't start to detox and take care of your body at a different level to what we were pre 2020, and you don't hurry up and play catch up soon, you're gonna start being really sick. And it doesn't
I,
matter if you're super, super like fit and like seem like the thing of health. It doesn't matter. It's all the
it doesn't.
toxins. It's all those
It
hidden
doesn't.
toxins. They're gonna come back and bite you in the ass. And it's gonna make you sick. And some people, it's just gonna take off this planet. We've seen it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm doing the
Body,
Facebook.
the human body, for some reason, I find is wanting to purge. That's what I call it, is the body, that all the toxins that we've been getting away with for so many years, so many years, and we've just been like, oh, it gives us cancer, it makes us sick. It's like, no, now it's like it's rapid, it's coming and it's biting people in the bum, and it's making people not feel good, it's making healthy people go, hey, something's just not quite right. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of toxins around you, and if you're not aware and you're putting them in your body, they're just going to build up and build up and build up. And
Yeah. Yeah, because they continue to live their life. They continue to go and put toxins in their body, on their body, be around toxic people, and
Mhm.
just live this lie that, just because they go work out
Mhm.
and they eat, semi-healthy or
Mhm.
whatever they're doing, that's not enough. It's not enough. And I know from experience, and from experience.
Absolutely. Mine,
I
mine
mean,
was, mine was even just having a piece of metal in my body that I had left there from the age of 15 because I just never got around to like taking it out. And mine was just that alone, that was sitting in my body for 25 years, and it started making me sick. All those heavy metals were seeping into my lymphatic system. Apparently the place it hits the most is your lungs, and I could breathe, started not being able to breathe, and got sick and had stuff coming out, and I had this piece of metal. And ever since that's come out, I've been able to detox and get somewhere. But
Yeah. And how
I'm
long has that been? You've been detoxing because your body was hanging on to the heavy metals
Yeah.
and
So about, yeah, my nervous system and my lymphatic system were hanging on to the heavy metals, and they were just feeding my liver was just shutting down, and my lungs, like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. Yeah, and it was just, I found out heavy metals seep into your body from it. So about a solid year now, a year and a half.
in recovery for a year now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You look so
Yeah.
much healthier. You look, oh, that was horrible when you had that done. Oh, I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
so, it looked so painful. It looked so
And
painful.
it was, and all the detoxing and all the acupuncture just wasn't, like, it would help, and then it would go back to what it was, and it was just like a full stagnated inside my body because I
Yeah,
had
just a
that.
cycle. You kept going on this
Yeah.
cycle and on this cycle. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything affecting us.
And, people, it's just from having feelings in their mouth. And I've got so
Hmm.
many different clients who have done, I mean, you're not the only one who's gone into surgery and had stuff removed.
Hmm.
Um, so it's really comforting and great to see people who are going to these extents to get themselves cleaned up. They're really
Hmm.
doing the work. Those are the ones who are doing the work and who are going to sit by at this time with what's going on with this planet. Because there's a lot going on this planet. It's a lot. We've got so much, from financial to spiritual
Hmm.
to physical to mental, that is being put on us every single day.
Hmm.
Um, Social media is not helping, I don't feel. It's not helping the situation at all. I was hoping it
No,
would be a lot better.
no.
Um, as you know, I'm at the point where I really don't even want to be on social media anymore. I mean, I feel like what's the point,
Mhm.
you know?
I,
But
I don't really get social media. I don't know. I'm a bit detached from it. I'll go on it and look at it, but I don't take it very seriously. But
well,
I
you don't
do
have
agree with you.
yeah, you don't have a business. You don't have people reaching out that you got to that I have people that I mean, I love social media for the fact for the people who are incapacitated. Okay,
Yeah.
for people who are incapacitated, it's great. Those are the people I like to reach anyways. You know what I mean? The ones that are at home and they don't have much going on. They're very ill, you know,
Mhm.
and
Absolutely.
their lifeline is social media. And I
Hmm.
get that totally. I'm talking
Hmm.
about the other ones.
Yeah.
The ones who don't use it for healing.
No. uh, Social
Well,
media is a blessing and it's a curse.
it's an
It really
addiction.
is.
It's a really bad addiction. So, but yeah, I'm totally looking into all new different outlets for us, to do. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I like new things. You know me, I love new things. I love new technology. I get all into it because I know being a businesswoman that I am and being a business owner, those things are important. If I want
Uh,
to stay in business, I got to keep up.
for sure.
And
For
yeah.
sure. For
Yep,
sure.
I get it. I totally get it. And I enjoy it too, so that's a good thing. I am going to be, like I told you, I think it was last week I was telling you, I am going to get on that Discord thing. I'm going to do a Discord. Yeah, we're going to get on Discord. So I'm working on that hopefully this week and have that done. Meanwhile, I'm revamping my whole entire product line. I'm taking a lot of stuff away. I'm putting a lot of new stuff up. And
Mhm.
because I know what I guess you could say at this point of the game, I know exactly what's selling and what's not selling, what people are
Mhm.
doing and what people aren't doing.
Mhm.
But it looks like we have, oh, let me go into Messenger because usually Nova,
We have Nova.
yeah, no, Nova's not here, but we got Victor. He just said
Oh,
something. Let's see what he's got.
Victor.
He said, Just
Just
like the
like
COVID need vaccine is liquid. Well, good day, Victor. How are you? Thank you for joining us. And your comments are actually working today. Oh yeah, we're talking about social media. Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
that's what yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. Yeah, for no BS. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff out there.
mm. Oh,
Um,
there's so much. Like AI is like everything. You've got the good and you have the bad. Like it just, it helps. Like it's good for like contacting and staying in touch with family and friends and all over the world, and getting good information. But then at the same time, there's the
the
whole bad
reach.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the reach for it is, having the reach for everything is what's so awesome about it. And that's what I love about
yeah.
it. That's why I'll never completely go off. But um,
But there's the whole bad side of like, you know, porn addiction, gambling, and then you just got like even just this small like the stuff that teenagers will watch and be into, and what they'll find as trends, and some of them are super dangerous. A lot of them are just really hurtful to each other. Like, and as a I have found, because I have like teenagers in this AI world, and I have found that you do lose a lot of ground for as a parent. Like the internet, I find, takes a lot of being a parent away from you once you like just let them have full range, and they're on. You just don't know what the internet's telling them. You don't know how their friends all talk to each other, and the things that they say, and what's the new way to treat each other. And all you can do as a parent is pray and try your best to stay
do
close.
you, do your children, because in America, not too many kids, not too many teenagers are going to be on Facebook. That's for their grandma.
No,
That's their
no.
grandma thing.
They're on TikTok, they're on I know Instagram they'll use a bit because you get a lot of influencers and stuff on Instagram. Um, but yeah, not Facebook. No one does. All the young people, I don't know many, even like 20-odd-year-olds, some of them, oh, Facebook.
They
But
they're
and then
they're all on other stuff now.
yeah, I know TikTok's a big one. Like
Is it?
I get
It's I don't like TikTok. It's so lame.
I can never get into it. I don't
I
get
can't
it.
either.
I
I
don't get a
can't.
lot of that stuff. I'm too old. I don't understand it.
They kicked me off. They hate me on there. You know that. I've told you everything. They literally wiped my account. I got it back up again, but I can't post. I can't do anything. I can just observe people's accounts.
Yeah.
I'll get on there and
I,
I'm right off of it. I have like 1,000 messages on there. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't know. I've never been able to really use TikTok. I don't get it. I don't
I
understand it.
know. It's too
I'm
fast. It's too much. And
yeah.
there's everyone's selling something and it's just like it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I'm not really good with fake things, like things that seem fake. I just don't connect to them. And I feel like so much of it's like fake. It's like weird. It's like
It's
a
so much
weird
trash on there. It's a lot.
yeah,
To me, it's
too
like
much.
it's all China shit reselling American stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really
Um,
pay attention. But I'm
okay.
not very
Just
I'm not very good with computers and technology.
Oh, Nova, just video games
Hello,
here
Nova.
and hello, ladies. Oh yeah, video games is another one. So Nova, have you heard about Discord then? We were just talking about Discord, and I guess that's like for gamers, and that is the outlet that I'm getting ready to we're gonna go to. And I believe Discord, what if I'm correct on this, and hopefully Victor from Sweden will get on here because he's a Discord freak. He knows a lot about it. I guess what will happen is I will create a page for us. We'll go on there. It's a lot like Zoom, and then we'll have our own community who will become members of it. And so everyone will just go on Zoom, they'll
Ah,
go on the Discord, and I guess we all get to like interact more. So I think that's a really cool idea.
that's
Meanwhile,
awesome.
yeah, and it's also like social media. You're able to do post and pull new people in too. So it's like you create your own community. It kind of reminds me of Zoom. When someone was explaining it to me, I'm like, that sounds like Zoom. So
Hmm.
it is, but kind of like beefed up.
I like that.
Okay, no, Nova doesn't know about Discord. Okay, I guess it's a gamer thing. Maybe it's something you can look into it too. How's your day going, Nova? I was on the phone with Nova this morning. She was the first person I called because I had to get some stuff. We had to get some chat out of the way. So we were on the phone for about an hour this morning, and
How's she going?
she's
How was this
good. She's
last
doing
week?
really good. She's doing really
That's good.
good. Yeah.
That's good. I just wonder, has anyone else had as much drama as I've had this last week? I
Look at
blamed it on the
Look
moon.
at Victor says.
Parents need to lay down rules. No internet until you're 18 years old.
Yeah, whatever,
Lol.
Victor. That ain't happening.
You gotta go live like in the boonies, like with the tribes, where there's like they can't access it and just keep them out there and never let them into the city.
Yeah, I know. I think video games are great. They help stimulate the mind, as long as they're not like these bad games like what
Yeah.
my grandson plays. He plays some really bad games. I can hear them cussing. I'll be in the kitchen and he'll be in the game room and I can hear some of these games he plays. I'm like, man, if you were my kid, you wouldn't be able to play that game.
I know. Some of them are real violent, aren't they? Then some of
Yeah.
them are like medieval. My boyfriend plays like medieval type ones. I like them. Like I'll watch them. You're killing
Okay.
monsters and Shreks and like big ugly monsters looking things. But yeah, some of the other ones where you're just killing each other. It's a bit much.
I'm not a gamer. I've never been into games. Like the only thing I play
Played
is
it.
like I play Tetris and
Mm,
I do still do crossword puzzles like out of a magazine. Like I'm super old school, but I
mm.
think games are good. I think games are good because they help stimulate the mind. Oh, Minecraft. Have you heard of Minecraft?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I-
My grandkids are big on Minecraft,
yeah.
which is pretty good. It's not that that's not a bad game at all.
No, no, it's better than you don't want Roblox. Minecraft is definitely way better.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you guys. So
God.
how has how has your week gone since last Monday? Because Ann and I both we've been we've
I
been
feel like
observing a lot. We've been observing a lot. Nova got a piece of it this morning with me because I did have three clients that came through while I was on the phone with her. And I always put everyone on the speaker because I don't want that radiation on my ear.
mhm.
So everybody, even if you call me on my landline, goes on the speaker. So everyone's always going to hear what everyone has to say, if I'm on the phone or if someone's here in the store, because I'm not going to put that. It's not going right up to my ear. There's no way I'm not doing that. Or I would have a phone to my ear all day long.
Yeah, no, not good.
I'm not
I
doing
do
that.
that at work because we have to answer phones for takeaway, and they're two mobile phones, and oh boy, I
Oh
put
yeah,
them up to my ear all night.
you have to do that at work, huh? You're on the
Yeah,
phone on, but is it a
phone.
landline or is it a
Two mobile phones, so it's just I know I need to not work there anymore at some point.
that's a lot of radiation at your head.
I can feel the radiation. Trust me, my ears know when there's radiation. But I have found by detoxing, it has helped. I will say that. I feel like the less heavy metals that are in your body, it doesn't I don't know, I don't get affected by it as much. I used to get like ringing in my ears that was so intense, like, and during full moon it would become more intense. It was so bad, and I could feel it like pulsating in my head. But ever since I've detoxed and got into this level of detox, I don't get the ringing in my ears as much. Like, I feel like the ringing was coming from like a lot of fluid and stuff in there. I can't explain it, but all I know is that I'm a lot better now than I was 5 years ago,
Right.
physically, on a physical level. So I put it down to just less heavy metals and better, detoxing my body. Like you got to detox. Everything goes up straight into the head, like your lymphatic system. So all that water and heavy metals, that's going from your toes to your head. So you're gonna,
Exactly.
yeah, like all those passageways, but yeah, I didn't know what to do. Like the ringing, it was funny because the ringing, when I started, like, this is why you gotta be careful with spiritual stuff, because everyone was like, "Oh, when you hear ringing in your ears, it's the angels." Da, 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 da. But it wasn't the angels. Like, it was really bad, and it was physical. It wasn't angels. It was something. It was the water. whatever was going on in my lymphatic system. That's what it was. And I
Yeah.
had to drain it out of my lymphatic system. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes when things are physically happening to you, you can't just, oh, but it's this. Like, no. Clean the
Well,
body
you
out and
want
then you have
answers.
a better
Everybody always
idea.
wants answers why they're physically, mentally, feeling the way they are feeling. And there's so many answers. The answers are deep. The answers are very, very deep. Now, mind you, we just went through a blood moon,
Hmm.
and then we went through
I
a
think we
lunar
had
solar
Mercury
lunar
retrograde.
eclipse. Was it a solar? It was a solar lunar
It was a
eclipse, correct?
lunar. So actually, this blood moon was a blood moon with a full lunar eclipse, and then on the 29th, we're going to have a partial solar eclipse. So
Correct. And
that's why we
then
have so much energy coming through.
exactly, and I don't know if anyone saw what I posted the other day regarding that. Oh, where was I? Or where are we at? Let me get back to where we
And we
where the
have,
thing.
I think we got Mercury retrograde that's going on too at the moment. And what they say with Mercury retrograde is what it affects, like um the land, like the landlines, like what is it, copper or something, or and we have that in our bodies, especially in our brains, and that's why when it,
Yes, copper's important. Yeah, we do have copper in our body, and we
yeah,
need it there.
yeah,
Um,
that's why Mercury retrograde will affect us because it's spinning the other way, and physically what that does to your body. So
and then we've got the eclipse. We were graced with while all
yeah,
this is going on, we're being graced with the
the
equinox.
lunar, yeah, oh
No, we got
yes,
the equinox coming. And you
oh,
know what the equinox is? I mean, the equinox is very powerful energy. It is, I believe it's one of the most powerful times next to the celestial or next to the solstice of a
mhm,
time that um our ancestors, the beings that inhabited this planet before we were here, used
mhm,
as a leverage for
mhm,
balance of good and bad. So to me, it's a very important time of energy, and then we're being graced with that. So that, I mean, it's no wonder why we saw all the stuff we were seeing last week with everyone around
mhm,
us. You know, like I was just kind of the calm in the chaos, in the storm,
mhm.
but everybody else was going, ah!
Not me. I was being pulled into that chaos. I
Yeah,
was being pulled. The people's winds, they're like, come, I want to suck you up.
because it's family. It's family, and we go
Family.
right in there because it's the family. But if it's anyone else, I really won't go in too much. I'll be like,
Oh,
nah, not my
yeah.
monkey, not my mess.
No, exactly. Exactly. That's why I feel so bad for my boyfriend because my family's trying to suck him up into it. And it's like, if it was me, I'd be like, bye, adios.
Yes,
Not my
yeah,
family.
yep, not my monkey, not my mess. That's how I always look at it. Whenever I see some chaos or I see mess, I'll look over. As long as my monkeys aren't involved, I'm staying out of it.
I'm the same. I do not want no drama around me. Absolutely not. None.
So, yeah, right. No, no, it's so exhausting. We have enough drama as it is, as with everything that happens on the daily. Like, just waking up and you find a flat tire, your car's got a flat tire. Like that's enough, that's enough regular drama that for me,
Yeah,
at least for me.
same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah,
Same.
I don't want any extra, but we did have the equinox last week, and I do believe that that did trigger some ringing in the ears. I had
Mhm,
it, and I never have ringing in the ears. I don't ever complain
mhm,
about that. And
mhm,
boy, have I had some issues the last couple of weeks with my ears, especially my left ear.
mhm,
Um, Now what I got for that is and it's a high and low, and then also what came with it was some dizziness.
mhm,
Um, and then some people complained, some of my clients complained of having random pain in their body
mhm,
and their energy drained. The only thing I experienced was the high and low ringing in the ear, in the left ear. And what I came to, my conclusion was that the frequencies were tripping us, and they were okay. We literally are being cut by we're being cut off of the quantum energy cords. All these energy cords that we have, that we are tethered to and entangled with, we've got the ley lines, we've got the crystalline grid. These are just the ones that come from modern day spirituality, right? That they talk about because, supposedly they built them or whatever. I've heard people tell me
Mm-hmm.
that.
The ley lines.
The crystalline, all this stuff is literally, we're being cut from it. The cords are being cut because we, as a human, we are full of electricity. We are full of energy. We are energy filled. Our Merkaba, whatever you want to call it, is tethered and entangled with every single one of these energy grids all around Mother Gaia, underneath your feet, all the way to the moon, to the other planets, to other worlds, other dense worlds. We literally get energy from dense worlds, Anne.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what is being cut from us. And that is why it is causing all of this crazy chaos with so many people that we love.
Mm-hmm.
And then my clients, I also love, with my clients too. So
Well, I
it's
was
a
told that
big stuff.
in 2020, I had like all these weird things happen, and then I like the, I work at this Thai shop, and there's this big, huge Buddha, and I'm like, Buddha loves to talk. Like when you tune in, Buddha actually communicates quite a lot with us. And there was this like strange butterfly, like dead under, and I got it, and then the old grandmother was telling me like what it meant, and it meant 2020. And I was asking Buddha like, what does it mean? Like you're showing me 2020, what does it mean? Like I couldn't, like nothing, nothing, nothing. And then one day I'm just like chopping vegetables in there while I'm working, and I just heard this was 2020, the spirit world and the physical world merge like this, and what I understand is it's going to continue to be like this. It's no longer like this anymore. But pre 2020, it was the physical world and the spiritual world, and it was like they weren't like they were not together. They were like this side by side. But 2020 we merged, and we're just going to continue to keep merging into this into this like new dimension of the two worlds. Like they're going to keep merging into each other. So our physical bodies are going to start feeling everything that's going on Mother Earth. Like we're just going to start feeling it more because we are physical beings of Mother, but the spirit world is starting to like become what we have to like acknowledge more. We have to just acknowledge, and all the traumas that we've gone through, all those things, they physically store in your body. You have your fascia, which is physical, but it's also very spiritual in the way it holds on to trauma and all those kinds of things. And while we're rocking and rolling in our Mother Earth,
What I like to say is it's like a light switch. We're turned on, we're turned off. We're turned on, we're turned off. You know what I mean? Based on whatever cords are being cut, whatever energy that we're being cut from. That's the cyber war. We're
yeah.
in a war. I talk about it all the time. That's part of the cyber war. We're being detached, or being untangled, whatever words you guys I want to use here, from all of these different types of energies that have held us back, bounded us down.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and that's another thing too. I got another message, which I thought was kind of interesting too, because this might help trigger you too. You know, we've never been able to achieve anything greater than balance.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. We've never had we don't know. We don't know anything but how to achieve balance, and that is it.
Mm-hmm. But that's what our bodies are trying to do. They're trying to become more balanced. Like your fascia is supposed to be lined up and balanced in your body. But throughout life, we go through this trauma, we pull ourselves in, and we come out all crippled by the end of it. And that's just your fascia, just all like staying. Because as you get older, it hardens up. The lymphatic system that's running through it hardens up through all the top. And it's just the physical, but it's the spiritual. But it's supposed to be lined up. And I think as time goes on, like I feel like people's fascias are starting to just go, there's too much, I can't do this anymore. Too much trauma. You need to fix this or I'm gonna die. Like the liver fascia is just, I can't do it. You're all like curled in like this. Like, I don't know. I just noticed there's so many more physical things coming out in people, and it's just continuing and it's continuing. And now we have people coming out saying, if you don't fix it, you're just gonna die. Like, it's at that point where I feel like we have to acknowledge it and face things about ourselves because it's physically impacting us now. Like, I was what, 38, 39, and I had gone through my whole life just being one way and continuing, and I came to a point where my body just went nope, and I hit a wall. And it wasn't like I went to doctors and the doctors couldn't find anything, and they're like, oh, you look fine, yes, we can see there's some, but we don't know what it is, go home and chill out, here, have some more medicine. But my body was saying, nope, nope, nope. Like, I refuse to put that. Nope, you keep putting that, I'm going to vomit. Like, and it just did this. And I had to go, well, what is it? And I had to dig deeper, and I had to have a deeper understanding down to what's inside your leg. You left that metal piece in your leg. Now it's impacting your liver. All the medication you took, it's like the average person maybe wouldn't be affected, but because you did all these things plus the metal, your liver and gallbladder just they can't survive anymore. Like, you need to fix this situation. And it was a deeper issue than just going to the doctor and going and having them tell me what's wrong. Does that, you know what I mean, Claudine?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like life is just coming to this point where our traumas, the things we've done to ourselves, it no longer is working the old way. Like, old energies just aren't working. If
None
you
of
can
it.
see,
I
yeah,
don't think I can stress this enough. I mean, I say it like I am a broken record, but the energies, the anything from the old energies, anything is not going to work for us in these in
no,
this new time right now. And I don't have all the answers for that. And Nova and I were talking about this today. We were talking about the universal laws. I know about the 12 universal
yeah.
laws. I don't even think that those are even like, I even think those have changed. I don't know what they've changed to. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are still the same, but I'm sure they've changed. The only laws that make sense to me and what to do right now is the natural laws of nature,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that we can, that we can see with our logical mind. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. And it's your body. Your body is your
Hmm.
temple. And if you keep your temple clean in every way, in a physical way, in an emotional way, in a spiritual way, and we can't always be perfect, but if you try and do that in all the different types of ways, you're just going to be clear of thought. Like, you can't, but you have to start with the physical. Like, you can't get to like this spiritual guru level if you're just sitting there stuffing your face with McDonald's and Coke. And like, the parasites that are in your body, they've proven they control things that you do, they control your mind, they can get up into your brain and they can control you, and they make you really sick. And you can't reach these levels if your body is not in a physically good state from deep within, like deep within your gut, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidneys. Like, they have to be clean. Kundalini, Sanskrit Kundalini, in the writings, they teach this too. This is all in their old writings, and it's that, they do like little face twitches and stuff is all part of it, because, and I've realized it's all your lymphatic. You want to move all your lymphatic system, all like,
Always,
it's got to
always,
flow
always, always. Oh, excuse me, you
tip
guys.
top
I'm sorry.
level.
It's the end of the day. I will be doing a lot of yawning. It's been a day, but I'll get through it. I'm not bored. I'm not. I'm just. I've had
You're
a
just
lot,
tired.
a lot of energy today. I went through. So, but I'm here and I'm fine. I'm just sorry if I yawn. Okay. So yeah, I totally agree with all of that. 1000%. Um, we're just being hit really hard with negative frequency programs all day long, all day long. We've got so much going against us. And so that's why it's so important to keep the body healthy and balanced and giving it what it needs. Don't eat to eat. You eat to fuel your body.
Mhm.
And I know this is going to sound harsh. It may not even sound conceited, you guys. And that's okay if that's the way I sound. But I'll be damned if I take spiritual advice from anybody, who looks like shit. I won't do it. I don't do it. You know,
You
I don't care
shouldn't.
if I don't care if they're skinny. I had someone who came in here this morning and who was doing that to me. You know,
No,
she's a beanpole. She doesn't weigh anything, and here she is trying to give me all this spiritual advice, and I'm like,
no, 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 no,
I see all your parasites, honey. Oh,
no, no, no,
or you
no.
or you got spiritual people who do lives like we do, and they're holding a super large monster energy drink.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh, I
That's
see
a
that
that
all the time. I see this all the
really.
time on social media with lives. Yeah, people
Oh,
they've got it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And
okay.
I'm like, I'm not watching you and I'm not listening to you.
No way. No way. I would never take someone. That would just be like, oh, you're just doing an ad. Like you're talking, you're talking nothing. Like this
So
is some
Victor
kind
agrees too that the universal has probably changed too. Yeah, I do believe, Victor. I think any of the laws that we were living by or whatever we were doing in the old energies are not going to work for us in these new energies. Trust me on this one. This one I already know because I've already tried to go back and do a couple of things that I used to do with my medicines. And it's not working. It's just
of.
not working. So I'm doing all new things with my medicine and it's becoming more and more powerful and it is healing you guys. Victor, by the way, your package, I told you earlier, it is on its way, so just message me when you get it and I'll let you
Ooh,
know what I want you to do with your medicines once you get them. I sent him one of my adaptogen chapstick.
yeah.
I think I sent you a real big one, remember? I don't know if you remember, but I sent you a really big red one and you could use it for chapstick, but
Yeah.
anyways, I sent him that. It's made with Amanita mascara. So
Ooh,
I just think it's a really good way for him to introduce it around his lips.
awesome. That's a
Yeah,
great idea for
I thought
sure.
so too. I thought so too.
I like that.
Um, I mean, the
Yeah,
world as we know it is not the world that we grew up in.
no, it's
Mm-mm.
changing. I cannot stress this enough to
I
people. If
know.
you want to go against it, be my guest, but it's not going to make you well. Like, if you want to go home and keep drinking those 10 beers every single night, keep doing it. But in time, people will start to see that, like, the energy to find the energy to do things, and to find that, you're just going to have to dig deeper, and people's livers are going to start, not coping. And once that starts going, your energy levels dive, and if you keep putting crap in your body, they will continue to dive. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because we are going through this pole shift, and our earth is like having to realign itself, like, the the equator is like tipped at the moment, and we're sitting like that, and we've got to like rebalance ourselves back out. And that's what the pole shift's all about, and no one knows how it's going to go, but it is a physical, realistic thing that we are going through, and how it affects us. And the earthquakes we get, that's, we'll wait and see what happens. But I almost feel like in our physical bodies, it's like kind of telling us we need to balance ourselves more out. And all the crap that you've been doing for so long, it's going to start surfacing and making it harder. And that's your body's telling you, your fascia is telling you, too much. I need a rebalance. I'm not balanced in the body enough. My liver fascia is not good, and it's affecting your, you know, because all your shoulders are too tight, and you got too much toxins. And I don't know, but I like to always put a physical thing to, because there's so much spiritual stuff out there at the moment. And people are like, why is this happening to me? Why? Oh, because the angel, and all these spiritual reasons to why your body's doing this and why your body's doing that. When sometimes it's like, maybe just start with taking better care of your health, and then you might find that it's going to balance itself back out. You're going to start feeling a lot more normal again, because we're not meant to feel crazy. We're not meant to have these pains and these things in our body. That's not good for us. That's, I don't care what spiritual people say, oh, that's because this spiritual thing. Just make your body better. Make your body physically better through your health. And I think things will balance out. For me, it's worked really well. No
Mhm.
spiritual healer helped. No, sitting around, meditate, none of that. It helped little bits, but it didn't help
There are tools in the tool
consistently.
bag. Your meditation, your breathing, your walking, whatever it is you do for your tools in the tool bag, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
to get you through, because your lymphatic system, your nervous system, everything, starts to go out of whack sometimes, and you use those tools for the tool in the tool bag and the plant medicine and everything else to bring you
yeah,
back to center.
yeah.
No, and there's not going to be an acupuncture. There's not going to be a tarot card reading. There's not going to be a Reiki master or any of those who are going to be able to help fix you if you're not doing the work. If you haven't been doing the work, all I got to say is good luck. If you're the one
Hmm.
who's sitting there preaching all this spiritual stuff and doing this and doing that, and then at night you're going home to decompress with 10 beers,
Hmm. Not gonna work. There's
it's
no
not going to work.
consistency. The thing with spirituality that I find that, for like, I grew up in a cult where the start of my life was all about spirituality, and I just everyone wanted to be spiritual, and we were to pray and read the Bible, and it was all God, 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 and the only ones who knew what life was really all about, because we had God, and it was just all that spiritual kind of stuff. And I got very disillusioned with it, because as I grew up, I thought, but I'm not really that happy, but I'm still this, and I have questions, and I don't know. But apparently, because I believed in God, I was meant to be the happiest person in the world, but I wasn't. So I was disillusioned with that. And I didn't like spirituality, because for me, I thought, I know and have seen so much with spirituality. Like, it has been in my face. And guess what? I didn't see no lightning bolts come down from the sky. I have never had God come and make me the happiest person. I have all these things in my life, and I'm really unhappy, and God hasn't done shit. And that was my way of thinking. And I thought, if that's, like, we got told our spirituality was the height of it, and I believed it to an extent, because I could see things from a spiritual level, and I could see these things psychically. So I was like, well, F that, because guess what? There's no consistency in it to make me a happy person. Because I thought it should be a magic fix. And so for me, for spiritual people, I always think, you want to talk all this happy and everything, but when it comes crunch time and things are hard, that's when I want to see your real spiritual side. That's
No,
when I want.
no, this is what you hear. This is the big thing you hear with the modern spirituality. Be positive, be
Yeah.
happy. Don't talk
Yes.
negative about anything ever.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't. And I'm like,
It's all love and light.
that's the illusion. That's all the lies. And that is exactly what my post was about today. When I woke up and, I was just on a rant this morning. I'm just like, I'm sick and tired of the lies. I'm so tired of them. I'm so sick and tired. That's all we've ever been done. That's all we've ever been told is lies, lies, and more lies. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it.
Mhm.
We deserve to know the truth.
Mhm.
We deserve, don't you want to know the truth, Anne?
Absolutely.
If there's something going on, do you want to know the truth? I want to know the truth. I deserve to know the truth. Let me handle how I'm going to deal with it. Yeah, is it going to hurt? I'm sure it will. But let me deal with that. Let me be the human that I am, and let me make that observation.
Mhm.
And that's just where I am with modern spirituality. It's all freaking lies.
Mhm. It is, bud. It is. It is. It's all
I'm
lies.
sorry for, and it's okay. I'm not trying to like down anyone for anyone who does these practices. I mean, that's great. That's good. If it works for you, it works for you. But I'm a whole different type of person, you know? And if I'm going to label myself spiritual, here we go with labels again. I'm not following that modern spirituality stuff. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't even
Yeah.
want, you know what I mean? It's not happening.
I never went down that. When I went from, like, not want nothing. If someone said they're a psychic, it's like, go away from me. Like, you're just a weirdo. Like, I don't want to hear about that stuff. Um,
I don't like the fact how they invade how you've got the spiritual people who are like these master readers or these master whatever they're claiming themselves to be,
Mhm.
and they feel that they have a right to tap into your energy.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to do that. You're not. But that's what they do.
No.
I've met like women who like I can tell that they're psychic and they're good with it, and I'll be talking to them and I can feel that they're trying to like tap into my energy. I can feel when people do that. It's absolutely wrong and it's weird. It's just weird. But you shouldn't. You should never do that. Like
That's
sometimes.
why it's so important for us to shield up. I'm very big on that. I'm very big on shielding myself constantly. And I love it. I just love it when all these psychics or um spiritual people come into me like, "Oh, I can't tap into your energy. Oh, I can't feel your energy." Well, bitch, you're not supposed to be.
There's a
Mind
reason.
your own damn business.
Yeah, not everybody wants their energy tapped into. I don't want
That is
anyone to tap into
disrespectful.
mine.
That is
Oh yeah.
disrespectful. And that is disrespectful on other planets. I have seen that in my astral travels. I have literally seen beings taken off of a planet and flown somewhere else because they interfered in somebody else's energy field when they were connecting to whatever it was. I don't really,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it was, yeah.
technically that would be like against universal laws because you're not meant to like a ghost is not meant to touch us because we're not supposed to like and we're not supposed to go into their realm because that's what the dimensions are there for. So when we go into
Hmm.
their realm, that's why we're more open to bad things and bad spirits because we don't really know what they are. That so they can pretend to be something else, and you think, oh yeah, that's a great, you know.
Oh no, what happened, you guys? We had totally lost Anne. Oh, this is so funny. All right, let me see if if she's in the back room still. Hold on, you guys. She totally just got wiped out, you guys. Okay, here she goes. She's back in the back room now.
Oh my gosh!
What the heck was that all about? You just went
Well,
gone.
I thought you pressed a button or
I
something.
didn't, I was just sitting here.
What the
I did
hell?
nothing. I was just like, okay, everybody, she just disappeared.
They
That
don't
is
like
so,
me
oh,
telling their secrets.
oh, they don't like it. They don't. We could talk about fairy tales. We could talk about all this modern day
Yeah,
spiritual stuff,
see?
and I guarantee you we would not have any interruptions. But when we start going against the grain and questioning all of that belief, because I do believe that modern day spirituality comes from the darkness. I'm just saying that it's a form of darkness. It's
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 been
a
manipulated. It's been
it's been
manipulated
very manipulative. Good
because
word. I like that.
what I'm starting to understand about each and every one of us as an individual is when we're born, we have our own little, like every single person has their own hologram that is all around them, their higher self, all the different versions of them. And that's your hologram you're born with. And then your traumas get added to that, your everything that you go through in life. And when your hologram opens up on a spiritual level, you've got, like every human, you've got good and bad, and the more they can manipulate you to open up your bad hologram, that's more energy going into the universe of not very good energy. And that's what they feed off of us and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. That's yeah, exactly. Yeah. They feed off
yeah,
of our energy field when we're light,
the
and
spiritual stuff too. Like the physical, what I always like to stress to people is the physical and the spiritual are actually pretty much the same thing. Like whatever you do on a physical level, you have it's creating something on an energetic spiritual level too. Energetic energy and spiritual are the same thing for me because it's what you can't see, and everything the human does physically in this world, everything you speak, every action you do, it's creating something for your spirit realm too. And but we're just not realizing, and that's why people will like feel shit and be bad, have bad because their energy is just constantly blah, like they're just shit people, and that's what they create. That's their hologram, and if you step into their hologram, you're gonna feel that. energy, and you're going to come away and probably like, oh, like I don't feel good being around that person. It's like because you stepped into their hologram, and that is their hologram. And that's what the universe is feeding off of from their hologram, is all that negative energy they create constantly.
But
That's
then
just
it's,
how I see it.
and you're right. But at the same time, these people that have this negative and choose to do that, um, are being fed a lot of darkness because it's everywhere
Yes.
where we go. It's
Yes.
everywhere. It literally
Yes.
hijacked everything of our
Yes.
being in our physical.
We have been
We are
so high.
90, there is, I've been on this planet most of my life with it being over 90% dark. That is what I've experienced on this planet.
Hmm. I agree. We have been completely hijacked. Like I was reading an article, I'll send it to you actually, and they've proven that our planet is stuck in a black hole. Like we're stuck in, and it kind of made sense. I'm like, oh, we're stuck in a black hole. Like somehow we got sucked down here. We need to figure out a way to get out of this black hole. But we're not in a white hole. We're in a black hole. Like we've been hijacked. The darkness has infiltrated every single part of our life. It has infiltrated the traumas that we have to go through because our family and our ancestral just keeps creating the same thing, and then we get born and our ancestors haven't been clean, so then we just repeat the same. And that's the darkness is in charge of that ancestral line, and it's
It's
just been high.
invisible forces. It's
It
invisible
is.
forces.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That
And
have
if you're not,
manipulated our thoughts.
yeah.
They
And
manipulate,
we, yeah, exactly. They do. They manipulate. They. Unless you are aware of all these parts of you, they are what controls you to a great degree in the way you deal with trauma and the way you continue to deal with different things that come up in your life. And it's just another cycle of darkness. And I agree with you. It's just been hijacked so
oh
badly.
yeah, oh yeah,
So
been I mean, to our very existence.
yeah.
But then you say we've got this black hole, but now we're starting to see that it's gray. I'm starting to say, wait a minute, this hole's good because no matter what these forces that were put on me and put on, my fellow humans, most of us wake up every day wanting love, wanting to help. Naturally, innately, we want to do this. We want things better. We want life to be easy. We don't want life to be so damn hard as it is. Like,
Nope.
I'm over all that. I'm done with that. I'm done with life being hard. And I do believe that we're not going to really start seeing the black hole turn into a white hole. Like right now, we're in that gray area, I feel.
Hmm.
And we're
I
not
think
going to see
the
it really
solar flash.
turn. I don't think we're going to see that the white or the light at the end of the tunnel really and get to that light until we let go, until all of these energy cords get cut that we are tethered to. And there's a lot, okay? And I know that God is working on getting us cut and stuff, but there's this one energy cord, there's this one currency, there's this one frequency that has got us tied and bondaged all up, and that is money.
Hmm.
Until we let go of that, I don't think we're gonna see the white hole.
This is true. Possibly. That sounds so like depressing.
We've got to stop this. We have to end our relationship with it because think I bet you the average person thinks about money at least 1,000 times a day.
Mm,
At least.
possibly, probably.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Everything revolves around money.
Hmm.
Everything. And
Hmm.
I really believe that is what's anchoring us down into these lower bit of energies that we're still tethered to, entangled
Hmm.
with.
Hmm. Well, we'll have to wait and see how that all transpires, because money is like that's a huge energy. But I don't know. The whole
It's
financial
what
system, I
that's what
feel the
our
same.
masters did. There are masters of this planet who ruled this place for a very long time. You see, I got some of their names written down. Let me see. Who are these people that, for number one, the Dracos, who created all of this, the members of the Seal. We've got Marduk, Inky, Lucifer, Artemis, we've got Raphael, Michael, Gabriel. We've got in Lilith, um, all these anti-source, and they created it I mean, it's genius if you think about it, especially Marduk. I mean, he was very, very, very smart being to trap us by money. Money is a frequency. It's
Hmm.
a frequency that we create and we're trapped in it. We're literally he trapped us and controlled us with money, with the currency of money.
Yep, I believe that because money just
Hmm.
changes everything. Money, changes people. Money changes with the more money you have, the more powerful you have. Like so, yeah.
And
Money makes the
speaking,
world go.
I love it. He's like, it's freaking money.
Yeah,
He
fucking.
knows, Victor knows, Victor knows. Um, and
Money's what
then
makes
we've,
the world go round. So
huh?
money's what makes the world go round.
No, numbers is what makes the world
Numbers.
go round. Numbers. To me, that's my philosophy. It's numbers
Mhm.
and money. It's so true. Is the root of all evil.
Absolutely,
The
I
first
believe.
time I ever heard that as a kid, it resonated with me. I'm like, oh, that made complete sense to me, just like that when I heard that statement. I'm like, oh yeah, and if you follow the money, if you follow the money with anything, with anybody, you're gonna find where their evilness is. You will.
Mhm.
And you follow the money, follow the money. And that's really funny that we're talking about this because before we came on live, we were just talking about how Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan live.
I haven't seen
And,
it.
huh?
I haven't seen it. If it's a recent one, I haven't seen it.
It just happened. And it's just kind of funny how Elon Musk just ends up on Joe Rogan's show. Isn't that just such a
He's
coincidence?
been on his show before, but I'm pretty
Has
sure.
he?
Yeah,
I have no idea. I
I
don't
think he
know, but
smoked. I think he smoked pot with Joe Rogan on one of his live shows. They had a little pot smoking session. Yeah, Joe Rogan has had him a few times. That's kind of where I've seen Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a funny dude. I cannot figure that man out. I don't know. I
he's
don't
an
know what's
alien.
going on with him.
He's
He's
an
an alien.
alien.
He's
But yeah, he literally admitted on Joe Rogan, admitted it. And I was trying to find it so I can show it on the show, but maybe I'll just do it tomorrow morning show. But he admitted that America is completely bankrupt.
mm. But isn't the whole world bankrupt? I feel like Australia is bankrupt too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So is England. So is England. So is China. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm.
But it's really fun to actually I talk about this and talk about this, and then actually when I hear him say it out loud live on a show like Joe Rogan, I'm like, see, I told you.
The whole world is bankrupt.
No, it really is. Yeah. The money's not coming in anymore, the money, see, what did he say here? The Antichrist. Here we go. Um, these elites, our governments, our Hollywood and stuff, especially for the blood moon and the equinox and stuff like that, they would go do these really hideous ceremonies. And the more hideous they were and the more evil they were, they got a payday, Anne. They got paid to do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting paid anymore to do that stuff.
No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. The money's gone. There's no money except for
There
the
is
money
no
that
money.
there is no money, but there is money because in America, we just all paid our taxes. For
Mm-hmm.
people who own businesses, and then you got your personal taxes you got to do. And, as a taxpayer myself, where's all this money going?
Mm-hmm.
Where is all this money really going? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
um,
remember that Chinese lady because this year is the year of the snake in Chinese New Year, and she was explaining to me how snake means financial collapse. But she said if you have different kind of ideas, it's a good time to have good different ideas to make money because just because there's a financial collapse for the whole world it doesn't mean that it's financial collapse for you, because there's still money rotating around
Oh
in
yeah,
the system. So it's the people who can get a way to get a hold of this money coming in for them, because it's still there. But it's the system on a whole. Like you said, the money's not coming in anymore, but the money's already here and it's
right.
circulating. So it's
We're
about,
circular. We are the currency.
yeah.
I think I've explained this to you. We're the gold backed asset. We're the assets. Though,
Hmm.
unless you're a liability, if you don't work and you're not paying into the system, then you're an asset.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you're not an asset. You're an asset when you're working. You know what I mean? You're a liability if you're not working. So, but to me, for the ones who are liability, who are not working because they're disabled or whatever it is, to me, they still work. They still get up, they still create, they're still adding good energy to the currency and the frequencies. For me, that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? But for the government, they look at it the way that they look at it. But anyways, yeah, I don't, what are they doing with our money? Because we are still paying, we still have this flow of currency going because we are the gold backed asset. We're not bankrupt. We are not bankrupt. We are not financially bankrupt, nor are we spiritually bankrupt. But the government is, Hollywood is, the
Hmm.
athletes are.
Hmm. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Yep.
true. But, and that's why we're coming to this pointy end in our world where something's got to change. Something, because all the financial, they've all just lived on inflation, on all this fake money, and everyone with buying things with no money, but it's all on credit, and just this whole
Leveraging. They leverage and leverage and leverage and leverage and leverage.
yeah,
That's what they do with our loans. They sell our loans and they leverage and they
yeah,
leverage. And this
yeah.
is this is Soros. This is Soros I mean, he created this whole leveraging thing, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, and then
It's a
you've
fake
got that,
system.
huh?
It's a fake system, but
Oh,
like
it is.
our
It is.
whole world is built off of this fakeness that we've
Hmm.
created in our lives, up from the financial system into our lives. It's just all fake. And at some point the fakeness has to go boom and then you see it, there has to go
That's what we're
back.
watching. That's what we're watching right now. We're watching the system come down and crashing. Meanwhile, another thing that we're watching is we're watching Elon Musk go freaking mad out of his mind trying to push the doji,
Mm,
trying to push this new currency, and it ain't working. It's not gonna work. There is no there is no digital money out there that will ever be able to keep up with a financial system for us. There's no way.
mm,
They can't create anything. They can't even balance their own checkbooks. How are they going to
mm,
create a system that's going to be able to handle all of our tapping? Because now we tap to pay everything,
mm.
right? Don't we tap? I don't know if you do that in Australia, but here in America, it's all about the tap. We're going to
Yeah, we
tap
do.
that
We tap.
card. We're going to tap that card, you
Yeah.
know?
Soon it will be your hand or your forehead.
No, we're not going to go there. Well, that's what Elon
Yeah.
Musk, that's the one world order. The doji is the one world order. I mean,
Yeah.
we've already been in a one world, as far as I'm considered, with this world being 90% dark most of my life. That is the one world order. They had their
Yeah.
chance. They had their chance.
I hope you are right. Because I can
Well,
see a
what's my
lot of
name, girl? What
people,
is my name?
I can see a lot of people going, "Oh, I'll get that." Imagine, this is what I think, Claudine. If they find a way to put everyone on some kind of system where they're getting money from the government and they don't have to work as much, and okay, you're getting back because it's just money on a computer, and oh, you have this much, and they start being able to do that. Imagine they get all the people on the system, and then they turn around and go, "Oh, but now, in order to continue to use that system and have that and get your money and buy stuff, you have to get this chip because that's how we can put everybody on the system." I honestly can see a lot of people going, "Oh, yeah, well, who wants to freaking work? So, yeah, I'll get that money and I'll put myself on, get that chip in me, and I'll just be on the system and I'll live in your smart cities." And, like that, I can see people doing that. and then that's how you're stuck in that 3D reality, because then you're caught, even with the smart cities and stuff. I've wondered, well, is that just an extension of all that kind of like getting chips in you? And that's just all going to work for people who want to live that lifestyle in their smart cities and have the
Who
chip in
don't
them.
want to think for themselves?
Yeah, pretty much.
And
That.
that's going to happen. I'm sure there will be humans who will choose to go that route,
Mhm.
with the government. And I mean, that might be a choice they might have. I don't know. I don't really see that happening. I see it crumbling and coming down. And we, as the humans, are going to come together. I believe the human race that we are, it's going to be us. We're going to come together and we're going to figure it out. Like I said, again, we are the asset backed gold currency. Without us, none of this exists, Dan. None of it. Mother knows that. Gaia knows that. She's just waiting. She's waiting for everyone else to, catch up, to wake up to it. You know what I mean? She's not going to leave anyone behind.
Mhm.
I don't feel she is.
Mhm.
And for the ones who choose to go that way, they can go that way. The ones who don't want to think for themselves, the ones who don't want to, you know, um, you know, be free thinkers, they might do that. But for the rest of us, we're going to come together and we're going to figure this out. And isn't that what usually happens? Isn't that what happened in your town when the cyclone came through and wiped everything out? Did the government come in and help you guys?
Yep, that's what the government's doing at the moment, handing out $1,000 to households that have lost money. But I just look at
Yeah,
that
who's
as,
fixing?
well,
But who's helping and feeding the people who lost their roof off their house?
I don't know.
The
Australia is,
humans. Your
yeah,
community,
maybe. I
community.
haven't heard nothing about any of it. It's just gone quiet. I don't know what's happening. Australia is very white. Like, as far as like how when bad things happen, anything, everyone just kind of goes quiet. Everyone keeps to themselves. No one really, like, I think there's like government funding and people do help, but it's not like when there was the tsunami and people went and helped all the tsunami victims and stuff. Maybe the cyclone wasn't that big, but yeah, it's like it hasn't been like a really big thing where people need food and water as much. And when you lose your home and stuff, the government does help a lot of, they do help you with a lot of different things and places you can get money and to help fix your home and stuff. So, yeah, we are very blessed in that regard in this country, that when we have disasters and stuff, like, because I know in Thailand when they had the tsunamis, yeah, my parents still live there, and they were going and helping a lot of the victims and stuff like that, and they have to depend on humans to help with donations and food and water and bedding and all that kind of stuff. So those Asian countries, like, they depend on that kind of stuff. But here we are very blessed in that regard, that the government somehow can financially help a lot of us, and at least get you out of the very pit of it. And not in Thailand, if you lose your home or your home gets destroyed, you're on your own. Like, the government isn't helping you with anything. Like,
And I feel that the governments, like a lot, not maybe, some of governments, they actually have like an insurance-based type deal thing where money is put to the side for stuff like this. You know what I mean? And somehow it's protected. No, protected from with white light or something, and you cannot touch this money, because I do know that insurance companies in America have to pay into this certain program for an additional insurance. So all those homes in California that burnt down, they will all get paid out.
yeah,
They will
yeah.
be taken care of. But what I saw in the in the California fires that we just had, up in LA, I saw the people. I saw the people coming out on the streets and the people helping everybody.
Hmm. Yes, well, we need that.
Yeah, yeah. It was the people who was helping the people. You can always count on the humans to help the humans.
Hmm.
And
For sure, for
yeah,
sure.
that's just how,
I
yeah,
don't
what
know.
I see.
I hope that everyone can come together and, you know, as human beings, and see the bigger picture of all of it. but
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't always have much hope. Like there are a lot of times where I just think we don't have a lot of hope there. I'm not gonna lie, because I hate with it comes spirituality that the collective are all just gonna come one, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen there, and I don't have the
Well, they
answer.
all think there's a savior. Spiritual people believe that the savior is going to be some kind of archangel that's going to come. You know what I mean?
I hope. I
That ain't
really
happening.
hope.
That ain't happening. There's no spaceship coming
Jesus
down.
Jesus will come out of the sky and just save us all.
There's no Palladians coming. Nope, ain't happening. Ain't happening. Ain't no
Uh,
star mothers coming. Ain't nothing. There is no being. And why would we want to, anyways? Like, hello. Like, mind your own business. This is our planet. You know what I mean? And it's like there's always an agenda behind every other being. I mean, why do they want what's this so much about Earth? Like, what do they care about the humans? Like, let us figure this out on our own. I really do believe to evolve into the next level of a human being to get our gifts, our true gifts of who we truly are, so that we can have our telepathy back, so we can have our be able to levitate, move objects. What other gifts do we have? Transporting ourselves. To get those gifts back, we have to figure this out, Anne, as a human race.
Apparently.
No one's saving us. You got to save yourself. You've got to save yourself. And we are who we've been waiting for our whole entire existence. Hmm.
I will pray. I will do lots of praying.
that works too.
I always wanted Jesus to come out of the sky and save us all, but
Oh, me too. Me too. Hey, I used to think the Palladians were going to come and save us because we're their kin. They made us. They put in that 12th strand of DNA of God code. Yeah, whatever. Lies, 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 lies.
it's so much easier, but
No, but
this is
no,
really hard. I'm not gonna
really
lie.
hard. It is.
Really
It's
hard.
right. It's hard. It's hard to be here and be human. It's hard. It freaking sucks. It
We
sucks.
are the saviors.
Yes,
Yes, it
we are,
is.
Victor. We have to save ourselves, and we are who we've been waiting for. And I think when you wake up to that on a level like I have, you know what you got to do. You've got to put those spiritual muscles on. You've got to put those, and you've got to push back. And that's what we got
Mhm.
to do. We got to start pushing back on all of our governments, on everyone who talks nonsense, everyone who lies to us. We just got to push them back and just say, "No, you liar."
Mhm.
And I think we'll start getting somewhere. I mean, like I said, we just have to get all these cords cut. Right now, we're being cut from the quantum energy frequencies is what is being cut right now. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
and quantum energy to me was created by darkness.
The Matrix.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, the Matrix was created by darkness. It wasn't created by the light. Like what
No,
we're stuck in right now was not
no.
created by the light. The light has been trying to get through, but
The light can't
they
get through. They blocked it. They blocked it with all of these energy grids that they have everywhere surrounding Earth. I mean, under our feet, around us. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And well,
even our ley lines, like they built over, like so we have ley lines in the sky
hmm
and we have ley
hmm
lines on the ground that are supposed to join up. They've built over a lot of the really important ley lines. They built over them to try and cut the connection between the ley lines being able to talk to each other and sing together. And that's what aboriginals and the song lines, it's all about, is these ley lines, and trying to release the ones on our earth so they can match up to the ones that are in our sky and they can communicate better. But everything's been cut, and if it's what I mean physically, they do everything physically, so it affects the spiritual and energy realm, because physically if you like build over all of them, well, they're not going to have that connection as easily, are they? If they keep building actual like cement, all that kind of stuff physically from here.
yeah.
And our ley lines aren't being able to sing together, like because they've been cut, the connection's been cut. And ley lines are real. I lived in ley lines in Tasmania, and where I lived, I found out through neighbors and stuff. I could feel it straight away. There was something different, and I could, whenever I would go outside, I would, and I would say it to my husband at the time. I'd be like, witches used to come in here. Like I could feel very witchy kind of stuff. Anyway, we found out later from the neighbors because it was like lots of trees, very foresty, and there was all these weird. There was this one tree where there was like another tree growing through it, but you couldn't see like how they were. It was so weird. But anyway, we found out from the neighbors that witches used to come there, these white witches, and they would do ceremony and rituals under the full moons and all this crazy stuff. And certain parts you could feel it was so much stronger. And, and they did that because these ley lines were, people would say, were there. And there was one man that was like the super rich man who used to like do fossicking for like oil companies and, finding the oil. He brought his wife who had cancer for the second time, and they said she was going to die and she didn't want to do chemo. He brought her to live. He bought a house because the ley lines were there, and they swore by these ley lines. I was never sick. We had fires, and when the fires got to there, they turned around, and these ley lines were magical. I was like, yeah. A lot of the people around there were old, but they said that they stayed younger in their bodies and stuff because they were feeding off these ley lines and everything. But yeah, they're definitely like, you can feel when you live under a ley line. It really does feel like different.
A really
So
good frequency. You got a good frequency there that you're feeling. Because I agree with you. I do believe that the darkness stole source light from us. They gave us just enough so that we can stay alive. I believe like maybe we got like maybe 15-20% of source light, and they took the rest. They robbed the rest from us because they used it to fund other off-world planets, you know, other dense planets. And how like how you and I have always like said that, you know, um, Earth is 75% water, 25% Earth. We're 75% water, we're 25% Earth. And then when there's the moon and the full moon, that because we're so much water, it pushes and pulls, and that's what brings our parasite up on the, how we've always
yeah,
believed that, right? Well, I believe that still, but I believe it's a lot more to it than that. I do believe that there's a frequency exchange around the moon that's tethered to us
yeah,
to make us think bad things, to make us do bad things. You know what I mean? Especially around the full moon. As I think you agree with
I
me,
agree.
the moon's
I
not real. We know the moon's not real. We know that, I know that. I saw that firsthand a year and a half ago when I saw the war that was going up on there, and the simulator. I saw this shit on an astral travel. So
Yeah, well,
um
nighttime is nighttime. Like bad energies, in my opinion, I am of the opinion, especially at the age of 44 and having lived my life, nighttime is just, I don't find it to be as godly as night as daytime. Like daytime, the light is out, the sun is shining. I think it says a lot. Like, God is light, evil is darkness. And then if you got the moon that comes out during the night, like of course it's there to like not make us do the best. They put all the
yeah, you've
parasites in our
always said
body,
that. You've
and then they can
always said
control
that.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever it was full moon, like 2019, I started experiencing it. In 2020, it was intense. Whenever it was full moon, my ears, the ringing was out of control. It was so 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 bad, and it made me hate the moon. It made me hate that moon
You
because
did. You do.
I would just want to fall down on the ground and just hold my head because it was like the ringing needs to stop. And I couldn't figure, but it was for some, I would always associate it with the moon. And I put it down to, I had a very bad parasite problem. And when it was full moon, it just made everything go nuts and crazy. but I hated the full moon for it. Now I'm a lot better with the full moon, but that tells me something, of course, controls it, and it's not the best.
Yeah.
Now I think we can make it better energy if we clean out our bodies from these parasites, and we have much more control over our lymphatic system in a healthy way. I think it makes your experience with the moon better. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that moon.
I feel the moon is the least of our worries right now. Like it's
Me
pulling the
too.
water, back and forth like we
Me
need it
too.
to. I'm cleaned out. I'm okay. I mean, as you know, you and I had different feelings about the moon. I love the moon. Here we go. Brainwashed with spirituality. I am a Cancer. I am ruled by the moon. And I went off and I believed in that. So I do moon ceremonies. You saw me. I was doing all this. And people can go back and look at all the moon ceremonies I would do in the past. But at the time that I would do these ceremonies, I know I love what Victor, he's always on point with us.
Yeah, nice. I agree.
Yeah. He's always on point with us. I love the stuff that he puts out there.
I
And
think the
then
moon controls the water, and
hmm,
because we're water, it controls our waters. And if you're full of parasites, it's not going to be
it
good.
brings him, yeah, it brings to the
Yeah.
surface. And then I'll never forget when I did my last full moon ceremony. I said, this is it. I'm not doing anymore. Yogi Josh was there. Yogi Josh, we don't know why we said that. I'm telling you, now we know, but at that time we were like,
All
no,
the
we're not
weirdos
doing it.
come out.
No, it was a feeling we both had. It was, we were
I
just
did.
like, there was this one, the last time we did the full moon, God, a ceremony, what was it like? I don't know, we're going on 2 years now. And that I stopped doing the ceremonies. And we just sat there one night and we were just like, we're not doing this anymore. We had no reason really, just that, well, Yogi Josh just kind of felt like he was wasting his time because when we would go into these ceremonies, what our agenda was and what we were wanted to do was we wanted to get people together and focus on one subject
Mm-hmm.
and meditate on that one subject. Because I don't believe in guided meditations. I never did guided meditations. Either did Yogi Josh. We don't believe in that. We never did. We just wanted to focus on one thing, whatever that would be for humanity. It was always
Mm-hmm.
something good. And then we would play, our instruments that we play, but never guided. If you can't go into meditation, you do you know what I mean? You do
I don't
however
know
you
what
need to
guide.
do.
I don't know any of that stuff. I don't understand what guided med. I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
no, I don't know how to do them. I'm not, we were never into that kind of stuff, but yes, I would play my sound bowls. I would play my rap pan and he'd play the gong, and we would just want everyone to focus. Our whole thing, it had nothing to really do with meditation. Focus on whatever it was that we were focusing on that night. And it could have been sending healing to whoever was hurt that, if there was a lot of different reasons what we were focusing on. That I'm okay with. That, because
Mm-hmm.
together we are stronger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was our full moon, but the last one we did, I'll never forget that. We just looked at each other and we were just like, we cleaned everything up and we're like, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. And we stopped. And so ever since then, I never did another full moon ceremony. And then right after that, Anne, is when I had that huge astro travel to the moon and I saw that big war that was going on and it freaked me out. Do you remember that? And I took off to
Mm-hmm.
Mexico and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go into isolation. And I did. I didn't know. I felt like I hurt humanity. Like I wasn't doing good for humanity. Like, and then that's when fairy tales, spirituality, I really started questioning everything. And I wasn't hurting anything. I'm fine. I
You're
understand that
not hurting
now. No,
anything.
I didn't hurt anything. But spirit
I
had
like
a
the
grab.
sun. I'm
Yes.
about the sun. I
Yeah.
like sun. I like sunlight. I don't. There's so many things about dark, damp, all that kind of stuff that I don't like. I don't
No,
think good things breed in it. They don't. If our bodies are dark and damp, bad things breed in it. So same as in the outside world. In your house, when it's damp and dark, like nothing breathes. Nothing. Things can
nothing
grow.
good comes from it. Yeah, nothing comes,
No, the night times the
night crawlers.
same.
You got the night crawlers are
Yeah,
not good,
yeah.
you
Night
know.
times when all the weirdos come out and more crime like nothing good comes of dark during the
It,
dark.
and,
So I
and
stand by that.
then And then we've got this. This is another thing that, we've both learned on a huge scale. Nighttime is when we have to protect ourselves the most because we are the most
Yep,
vulnerable when we are sleeping.
yep, exactly. Because nighttime is
Yeah, and
night.
the human has to have their slumber. We
Yep,
have to have our slumber to be balanced. That's
yep.
just who we
And to
are as
heal.
humans. And to heal, yes, but we can't even sleep. We can't even go to sleep unless we know that we are protected and we are safe in our space. And I went in on Nova about this. She never thought about it like this before until, she heard me say it is the most important. If there's one important thing you do before you go to bed, you've got to protect your space where you're sleeping.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
I
Yep.
do.
Nothing comes good at the nighttime. And you're right. During the day is where it's at, but
The sunlight.
the
I've
sunlight.
had dreams, like some psychic dreams, where some weird demon has come into my dream and it's pretending to be something else, and I'll start to like, this, I'm not awake, this is my spirit doing this, and my spirit will start to like say a Bible verse to them, like start saying the Lord's Prayer, and as I'm saying it, this person will turn into some weird creature, and I'll be watching, in my dream. And but I'll wake up from that and I'll be like, oh, and before I can even think, my body jumps out of bed and I just go and open every curtain. And it's not until I finish doing that that I will sit down and I'll come to it and I'll realize, what did I, and it's like my spirit just knows, let the light in. Like, get all of that, whatever came to you at night while you're sleeping, and just flush it all out with the light. So that's why I kind of like, no, the light is the light is the light, both physically, spiritually. It's about the light. Don't
And it
worship the
creates
sun,
life.
or
It
don't worship
creates
the moon,
life.
worship the sun. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, don't worship the sun. It's where life comes from. Without it, we'd be dead.
exactly.
Um,
It heals your body. Like, you sit in the sun, it kills sicknesses in your body, and it kills different things deep inside. So I'm all about the sun now. I used to be a very nighttime person in my younger years, and nothing good came of it. So I'm all about the sun.
yep. And did you know that sunglasses, the reason why they invented sunglasses was so that you can't get raises in your
Yep.
eye, the UV raises in your eyes. UV is very healing. It is so healing.
Yeah.
But you want to do it in moderation. Don't go
Yeah.
balls to the walls because you don't want a 3, 4, 5th-degree burn because we're human, we do burn. But to
Yeah.
get out there and to get 20 minutes or a half an hour of UV sunlight is so beneficial for us, very beneficial and medicinal for us. I myself have never lived anywhere where it wasn't sunny. So that should say something. I don't know about the cold. I don't know about it. I don't even know how to drive in it. I know nothing about it. I come from Orange County, then I moved to Arizona, and I've been here now 33 years. So all I know is sun. It only rains here like 4 or 5 times a year. It doesn't rain for shit here. So,
They
which I
say
do
people
miss.
who don't they say people who don't get a lot of sunlight tend to struggle with depression. So
Yep.
I found that when I lived in Tasmania, we didn't get much because it was just rainy and it's super cold. There was no decent sun, and I started feeling very depressed, and I couldn't understand why. And then our neighbors were like, "Oh, because it's no sun, we have lots of omega and B, vitamin B." So I went and got
Vitamin
that.
D, yeah, it's
Vitamin D.
vitamin
That's
D. That is
it.
without vitamin D, your lymphatic system goes crazy, your
Mhm.
organs go crazy, you age faster, all kinds of crazy stuff will happen to you if you don't get that natural vitamin D.
Mhm.
So yeah, the sun is very important, very important. To where the moon, no, not so important. It doesn't do anything for us.
No, no, it doesn't. It
Mhm.
just it just makes it just makes you realize how many parasites you have in your body. Because the more sick you get during full moon, my opinion is the more parasites are in your body. If the full moons are affecting you to those great degrees and you're just spazzing out, I personally think it's a good time to start going, why.
Mm,
Like
mm,
maybe I need to start cleaning my body out, because what they say is the full moon cycle is all the parasites throughout your body start to travel to your gut to lay their eggs during full moon cycle. So that's why you get more like emotional, like, parasites affect our emotion. They affect so many parts of us. So if you're getting so affected by the full moon, that tells me, well, maybe you've got a lot of parasites in your body that are moving and it's affecting you. So I don't know.
and
It's my
we know
theory.
this from personal experience. We
Yes.
speak from personal experience, you guys, because Ann and I, during full moon ceremonies, Ann and I have been working together. We're going on 6 years of working together now.
Yeah.
We just had our 5-year anniversary. Oh, like literally, we had our 5-year anniversary this month.
Hmm.
We're
February.
coming to it. And then like the 22nd or something like that when we met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we're going on 6 years of working together. Even though she's in another country, it has never stopped us from communicating every single day. So anyways, during the full moon, we noticed a couple years ago that we were seeing parasites. Like we were literally, I don't dream, she does. My parasites would
Hmm.
come to her, she would tell me
Hmm.
about it, and then I would have dreams about them. And I'm not a dreamer. And will tell you, I am not a dreamer. I don't. Lights out, lights out. Dina is dead, or Claudine is dead. Sorry, you guys. I have a nickname, Dina. So, anyways, we these parasites would show themselves, and that's when mine. I saw them in my eyes. They came out of my eyes. I went in the mirror and I saw them swimming around. I mean, and it was pretty freaky. It was really freaky, and
They're everywhere.
they're everywhere. I mean, they were. I mean, that was just spirit or my higher self or my body just showing me, yeah, you're seeing it. This is real, and that is when we started to really, really detox and change our ways. Um, I think when I first met you, you still drank a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You were a little bit of drink. You were drinking wine. That's why you were telling me, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
A
testing
little
with
bit of
wine."
wine.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And we don't do any of that. We don't do any of
No.
that at all. I've been alcohol free for a very long time. I've been sober. But anyways, I was hooked on sugar. And then I was shown about the sugar and I've cut that out. I haven't touched sugar in over a year. And that's really helped clean out the parasites. But these parasites are real, you guys. They're real and they are invading your body. They are demons.
They are. They're arc.
They are.
Apparently, they're attached to archons. That's what the. That's what I was watching, like a more like a professional type rundown of them. But they're attached to archons. That's what they're saying. So,
Hmm.
which are demons.
Archons.
So, but that makes sense. But they are not good. They're just not like some people will say you need parasites in your body because parasites is what eats the trauma and stuff inside of our bodies, like the garbage, all that kind of stuff. But in my opinion, if you can eliminate as much as you can, it's always going to be beneficial for you.
You've got good ones, you've got bad ones.
Hmm.
Okay, it's the same thing with your pH levels. You've got good stuff, you've got bad stuff with the pH. You want to keep it, but you do not want these bad ones in your body. They will take over your body. Every single disease, every single disease starts with a parasite.
Hmm.
You tell me the disease that person is suffering from, and I will tell you what parasite they have.
Hmm. Well, look at that thing you sent me where they thought she had like a big, huge malignant tumor, and when they cut open her brain, it was just a huge tapeworm parasite thing inside her brain.
Oh,
And
did you
they,
see that article?
yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't that article that just came out?
You sent me a video or something of it
Oh,
on
yeah,
Instagram.
that's right. Yeah, and they cut the side of her head and they went in and they pulled out a big old parasite. Oh, there goes Anne. She's going off again. Um, she'll be back there. What is
Did I
going on? Oh,
freeze?
did you do that? Okay, we're good. Yeah, no, Victor, yeah, you probably do have a parasite. If you know when you have them.
Am
You
I
know it.
frozen?
Are you good? Can you hear us? Are you all right, you guys? She can't hear. I don't know what happened. Let's see if she comes back. Let me go in the back room real quick and see if I can find her. I can bring her back in. But yeah, Victor, I'll help you get rid of that. Um, I'm
My phone
sorry.
froze.
You good? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're good. Okay, I was just while
The
I was
parasite.
trying to bring you, yeah, why I'm bringing you in from the back room. I was just telling Victor that, yeah, most likely he probably does have a parasite. He knows, you know, when you know what you know. And when you get my medicine, um, give you permission for healing. And then from there, I will give you instructions on how to use the medicine and we will start attacking this parasite. But I'm telling you, get off the sugars. Just
Mm-hmm.
number one, get off the sugars. And then if you can watch my live tomorrow, I'll go ahead and go into my spill, you guys, for tomorrow morning. I'll be doing a live with it's called The Spiritual Show That Flows. And I'm gonna go on the rundown of everything that it took. And I'm even going to show the picture of my fluke that I gave a birth to. I just gave birth to it's called a fluke parasite. It was about 3 inches long and 1 inch wide. I was living between, I think, between my liver and my gallbladder.
That's crazy.
And I got more medicine over here. I can't reach it though. But I will be going through all of this tomorrow morning, Victor, on how to flush out the number one. Number one is liver parasites. You've got to
Mm-hmm.
get that liver cleaned out. That is the first
Yeah.
parasite you want to get to. We get rid of those, and then we'll move into the candida. We will go into the tapeworms, and then from there, we will just start eliminating things. And my best advice for you, and this is something you can do, Victor, you can get off the sugars. There's a lot of stuff here. I say this, I may sound like a broken record. There's a lot of things that there's a lot of things that you are not in control of. You're not in control of anything, not a damn thing in your life. But what you are in control of what you put in your mouth and what comes out of your mouth.
Exactly. Your body. Your body is the only thing you have control over.
And that's power. And that is power. And that is love. So, and I understand that sugars, it's an addiction. They got us all on it. Um, uh, if we could just give you to give birth to one parasite, you'll be like, I'm okay. I I'm done. I'm done with sugar.
Oh yeah, but you don't even feel like I don't feel like sugar. I don't have cravings for sugar at all
Oh
now.
no,
Like
no, no, no.
I never
Oh,
do it.
and Victor, another thing about getting off of sugar, it is very, very spiritual. You want to talk about having a spiritual experience? I remember when I got off sugar, because I've only been off sugar for 14, 15 months, 15 months now, about 14, 15 months. Remember in the beginning, I was telling you, oh my God, Ann, oh my God, I just felt so elevated.
Hmm.
And then Ann got off sugar too. You're off sugar, aren't you, Ann?
No, I don't. I might have a bit of sugar here and there, but it's not continuous in my diet. Like I'll go for days and days and days and days. I just don't eat sugar.
Really?
I haven't
I
really
have,
been eating much of anything recently. I've just been drinking like what's it called? Teas like thistle tea, milk
mhm.
thistle tea, and I've been putting a bit of clove oil in it with the cloves and a bit of matcha powder, and I've just been like drinking cup after cup after cup because I just figure like if you just keep going after your liver and just making it happy, that everything else is gonna like follow through. But yeah, sugar is no good. I feel the sugar when it goes in my body. I feel all the parasites. They wake up. I get itchy. I start wanting to scratch my body. And
What is so?
so, someone told me that when you irritate the parasites or they kind of like get lively, you'll start to feel itchy and under your skin, and that's them like, that's how you can kind of feel them in your body. So I don't know if it's true, but I've
It's
noticed
true.
that.
No, I agree
Yeah.
with that because I used to get nauseated when I had die off. Remember when the babe when they were dying inside of me? I had the
Hmm.
die off sickness where I was really nauseated. Oh
Hmm.
gosh. I hardly ever get I don't get nauseated anymore, but I will get itchy every now and then. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I know it's the candida. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and candida's a
Yeah.
parasite too, but isn't it?
The thing about candida, and I know I'm almost done getting rid of it, that is the one that I've been battling. I would probably say what I've been going after that one for about 2 years now. Just, my diet, everything I do is surrounded by this damn candida.
Yeah.
That is what got me off the sugars. And because I was infested. You when you have infestation when you have white on the tongue. If your tongue is white,
I
they have
have.
come up your esophagus. They've come up
I
your
know I have
esophagus.
to. Yeah.
And so that's why I've been working so aggressively on. That's my thing now is the candida. But this is the thing with the candida. This is what's so tricky about it. The minute you create an environment in your body that makes them happy,
Mm-hmm.
they come back. They come back.
Yeah.
They latch on again.
Grow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
They
it
grow.
could
It's
be, yeah, it could be as much as just eating a biscuit. And now I've created an environment.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I agree with you. I know what you mean. Yeah. I'll tell you in private when I talk to you. But I've noticed like can't I know I have candida. I know like most of the blockages up here is just candida. That's
Yep, candida will get all into your face, into your eyes. Now, I do believe I've seen candida. I've seen myself give birth to candida over and over. I go for colonics, you guys. I like to go get my colon clean. It's something that I do for self-care. And that was the first thing they pulled out of me. Like I was like, what are all the, because you can see them go through the pipe. Have you ever seen a
Mhm.
colonics done before?
No, but I want to go do one. I really wanted to go do one.
I told you to go, I told you to find a place. I've already told you
I
all
will.
this. So as soon as you
I
find
will.
one, I will support that. Um,
Okay. I'll do it
and
next
I will,
week.
yeah, you can have me on the phone the whole entire time you're doing it and everything. You just got to find a place that you trust because, they
Yeah.
are up around the booty area there. Okay. You got to find
Yeah.
one a place that you trust. And usually when you walk into it, you'll know that it's a good place because all they want to do is talk about poop.
Now I have a place I passed a few times when I used to go do my acupuncture. It was in the same area, so I'm gonna go to that one. I already know where I'm going. I've seen it. I passed it, so it's like that's where I gotta go. And it was
Okay. Let
while
me
you
know
were
when,
doing yours, so
huh? Yeah,
it was
I
while
know.
you were doing yours, so that's why I'm like that's where I'm supposed to go. Cause,
Yep, yep. I
but
found a new one. It's right down the street from my store, from my facility. It's right around the corner. So,
how often do you?
anyways,
How
huh?
often do you go? How
I wish I
often do
could
you
go. I wish I could go every day, but
every day?
it's expensive. I would if I could. I want to get a machine and I do an enema every day. I enema myself
Do
every
you?
morning. I do one, but I only go to I'm doing the clinonics now. I go like maybe 2 or 3 times a month now because I'm pretty cleaned out. But
Wow.
anyways, yeah, when the first time I went on there and you can see through the pipe because you can see everything that's coming through the pipe, and all I had was like these big clumps of bubbles, like big, big clumps of bubbles. And I'm like, what are those? And they're like, oh, that's candida. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute.
Oh wow. I'm gonna have to do this.
But they're like bubbles. Yeah, they're like bubbles. And then I've never had any big worms come out like with my client. Do you remember my client that I had
Hmm.
that she went every day for 6 weeks, and all the way up to the sixth week, they were pulling out big worms. Big worms,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I sent you a video, remember? She sent me a
Yeah,
video.
but every day.
For 6 weeks she went. It was really
Holy
bad. And
shit.
she had this big, hard stomach, like her stomach was always bloated and huge. And all of a sudden, her stomach started going down, going down, going down. She got
Really?
skinny. It was
Wow.
all parasites.
Parasites. Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree with that because they're just that's why your stomach's not fat with food. Your stomach's fat with shit, and it's just push. It's like all like making. It's not meant to be all swollen like that. That's not good for you when you see those big guts like that. That's bad. That's just
Any
real
fat that you
shit.
have around your gut, I'll be talking about this tomorrow too. Any fat that you have around your gut is fatty liver. That is
Mm-hmm.
your liver that cannot store all the food that you're eating. So it spills over into fatty liver,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
into
Exactly.
parasites. Yep. And
Well,
then
once
that
your liver's
that
fatty, you're not going to get rid of the fat on your stomach.
hmm So
You just,
stomach fat is fatty liver,
hmm
period. That's it.
hmm
And that is what's feeding the parasites.
yeah, exactly. And it's not good for
Hmm
your body to be fat and swollen like that. Like, and it's not comfortable. Like, that's
Oh,
just shows you have so much shit blocked, like, just all sitting in there. Like, that big fat gut. That's just crap just sitting in there. Like, that can't be very good for you.
no, it
I'm
doesn't feel good at all.
no,
It doesn't. I mean, I've had it myself. I'm battling a little bit of weight myself with my lymphatic system going out last September, and I quit running, and my body, my metabolism's changing. So now I've put on like 8 pounds and I'm fasting. I am fasting 2 to 3 times a day. Now I'm like really religious. I'm like, okay, this, because if I don't get control of it, it's just going to get worse.
hmm
So now I'm off the carbs and I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of, this 7, 8 pounds I have on me. I don't like it. It makes you feel like
I'm
shit.
the same. I know I'm the
Hmm
same. Because I got fatty liver, but I've noticed that I haven't been able to do like heaps of gym or anything. Hello, Pudding. Hello. But I found like cutting into my liver and detoxing it is making my weight around my stomach cut down too. So I'm losing
hmm
all my weight, not by going and doing like by working out. Like I do a little bit, but by breaking down that fatty liver is what's getting the weight off of my body, especially like the midsection. Like I hold so much weight around there, but nowhere else. But yeah, fatty liver is definitely the reason. Put in.
She's just all over the place. Yep, that, and then having to learn how to, because for me, I just had to go run 5 miles and I'm fine. Kept me pretty thin, kept me fit. It doesn't work like that for me anymore because of my lymphatic system. I cannot do that. I
Yeah,
cannot. So
I know.
now I'm having to learn how to do new exercises, and my new thing right now is fascia workouts. I'm very much into
Mhm.
the fascia workouts. And I like them. I do. I get sore, and they make you sore if you do them properly. If you work out your fascia, properly, you will be sore because it is a
Mhm.
muscle. It's a different muscle though that's
Mhm.
underneath the muscle.
Underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Um.
I'm all about the fascia. I love to get the gua sha and
mhm,
like scrape it and just try and like let it be all like flowing by like scraping all the fluid out of it and all the knots out of it everywhere. And you can get the gua sha and you can do different parts of your legs. Like right here on your leg. Oh, you can't see, but between your knee and your shin bone, you can scrape your gua sha and you can help drain your spleen. And I did that, and I felt my spleen move like something went like and moved inside me. And I do it. I try to do it at least once a day. It hurts for a bit, but they reckon the more you do it and move that fluid, the less it's gonna hurt. But
If it hurts, that's a reason. There's something there. Like I said,
there's a
my left ear,
blockage
I've been,
there.
yeah, I've been having a problem with my left ear with all these
Mhm.
frequencies with the new, and it's all in here. So when I rub around in this area, I can feel a little bit of pain. So
Yeah,
that there's something going on with the lymphatic system in there. It's right there where I can feel the pain in my ears. So it'll be
yeah.
interesting to see what comes out. Victor, the
That's
reason
a
why,
lung
huh?
channel. That's your lung channel, your liver channel, and your gallbladder channel. This
Mhm.
here on your left side, lung, liver, and gallbladder. So
Mm-hmm. It is.
yeah,
And it's, I know. And it'll be interesting to see, like, I just think it's really good that we come on here and we talk about this because we're the real deal. Like, we're living it, we're doing it. And I don't think that it will ever really come to an end. I don't. I am still breathing in heavy metals.
yep,
Chemtrails are real. The
yep,
poison is put on me. No, just breathing
yep.
gives me poison.
Food, yep.
I've got
Air,
the food. Yeah, the food thing's kind of, under control.
yeah. For you, for ones of us, but for everyone else out there who's not conscious about the foods that they eat and like it's everywhere. It's in everything. The hidden
Mhm.
sugars, the hidden, poisons
It's
they put
everywhere.
in food. So
It
yeah,
it really is. And the only reason why Victor craves sugar or does sugar is because he has a parasite.
for sure.
He knows
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, he knows
Yeah.
that. And once he gets rid of them, and I do feel that men can get rid of them a lot easier than women.
Really?
I do. hmm Their makeup is so different than ours. Look
Mm,
how fast they can
yeah,
get rid of a belly, Anne. A man, if he wants to get rid of
true.
his belly, it's gone. They get on a
Uh,
treadmill every day for 20 minutes for 6 weeks, and the stuff, the belly's gone. We don't work like that
true.
for us.
No, but women use so many chemicals. We're constantly putting so many chemicals on our body, from our makeup to our hair shampoos to our perfumes to we're just always just dousing our to our deodorants. We're just always dousing our bodies. Plus, yeah, plus women have hormones. Like, yeah, for sure. Men have a much easier makeup. We're just like yeah, we're just clogged up, I think, and then we have children and all that, and what that puts on the strain on your body. Like, look at women, are the trauma that you get around your stomach area. Like, it's the hardest place for a woman to get back to when they were younger. Like, but our stomachs take on so much trauma from the toxins we are constantly putting in, our children, and the trauma that does, like just
And under the
everything.
arms, right here.
Yeah, all
If
of
you
it.
have
And
fatty
we have
liver, you're going to have fatty arms right here. You're going to. Yeah. They go in together. This right here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It
the
goes together.
puff.
The puff.
Have the puff, not the pit. No, for sure.
Not the
They're,
pit.
they're all things that I experienced with what I went through. And that's just all the swelling. I just had so much swelling and everything around here. And it's just fluid, so much fluid retention, just all, and then the stomach, and it's just hard and it won't move and it won't budge. And then I, then I learned, like, you got so much backed up shit inside you that you need to flush out of your body. Like, it's not just your poop in the morning we're talking about. That's just whatever excess from the day before. But you got all this backup from all the other stuff, and your body needs help to get rid of it. If with what you eat, with
It's
go for
stuck in
laundry.
there like cement.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called plaque. It's called plaque, people. That is
And you
what
got
it's
to
called.
break it down and flush it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And it's best to do it now before they take it, because they will take your spleen, they will take your gallbladder, they will take your small and your large intestines. They will take a
Yep.
kidney, I believe. They will take one of your kidneys if they can. They will, I mean, and you don't want that, because if they start to take your spleen, they start to take your gallbladder and stuff. Where is this? How is this? That's your filtering system. That is what
Mhm.
filters out the toxins. You take that, where's it all going to go?
Mhm. It's just not going to work the same. It's
You're
not
going to
going to
put more
filter the
stress on your liver. You're going to put way more stress on the liver. I think
same.
people who have had these surgeries, it's like a fad out here, and
Really?
it's popular. It is popular. If you have problems, we're just going to take your gallbladder. We're just going to take your spleen. Oh yeah, it's like a medical fad.
Oh, no, no. I want all of mine.
No, right. Yeah. No, they took my tonsils when I was little. They got me. They got my tonsils. They got part of my lymphatic system. And you would think that I'd have more problems up here in my neck, but that's what I'm thinking. What I got going on right here has to do with them taking my tonsils. But I heard that you do grow your tonsils back. So I was wondering maybe if I may have grown my back. I don't know. But I've heard that that's happened. That's like a thing. That is a thing where if you get your tonsils taken out, they can grow back. So hopefully mine
Mhm.
did. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I don't know about any of that.
yeah, I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but I do believe whatever I've got going on this side, right in the ear, right in here, probably has something about with them taking my tonsils for me. So
Possibly.
It's trauma. It's trauma that hasn't been processed, you know. And for my clients out there that are watching, I'm constantly talking about that. Where is that trauma you haven't processed? Where's that trauma you haven't looked at and you haven't gotten taken care of it? Because I guarantee you, if it's a physical trauma, you got parasites just all inside of there, just having a big old party.
Hmm. It's true.
Oh, she's biting me, little shit.
I think she wants to go home. She's like,
She
Mom, it's
wants,
home time.
I know she's right here. See it.
No, little baby. I need to go
She
get
is.
worm tablets for my cat.
Huh?
I need to go get worm tablets for my cat.
Oh, just don't you have any diatomaceous earth?
No.
I'll send you some because I'm getting a package sent to you for your birthday here in a couple weeks. I'll send
Okay.
you some DT, diatomaceous earth. You know about that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can buy some. What do I just put in their water?
Yeah, you could just put it in their food. And it's very safe for you. It's very safe for the animals. It's safe for everybody.
And
You
will
should
that
take
get rid
some
of their
too.
hair? Yeah,
You
I
should take
used
some
I,
too.
yeah, I have. I used to drink like a thing of it a night before bedtime. But I've been drinking the husk, the psyllium husk,
Uh-huh.
because that seems to really flush me out. But yeah. But what do you do for the cats? You just stick it in their food and water.
For Jewel
Will it flush
Moon,
them
yeah.
out?
I give Jewel Moon tuna because she's on a raw diet. So I give her tuna and I just mix it in a little bit, just a little bit. They don't need that much. They just need a couple pinches and just mix it. Do your cats like tuna?
They like liver.
They get liver. Do liver. My cat likes liver too. Sometimes I will get some liver and I'll sprinkle it a little bit on the liver.
Okay.
Then I have to, but I have to fry it in ghee butter a little bit first because if I don't, because I need the DT to evaporate into the liver, or she'll smell it and she won't eat it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, but tuna works great for her. I just put it in her tuna with some oregano oil,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be you'll be parasite free with your animals.
Oh, really? Okay. How long do I
And
do it for? The one time?
well, make sure when you do it, you got all their water fountains going. You got all the water out everywhere because it does dry out their liver and their kidneys. So you want to make sure they're taking a lot of water. Same with you too when you're doing it too. DT
Okay.
dries you out. So
Yeah.
or dietitian earth, whatever you guys want to call it. But anyways, yeah, no, just it's really inexpensive. That's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm. No, we have it here. I've
Yeah,
had it. I've done zeolite, and then I've done that, whatever earth. I can't say the word, but yeah, I like
diatomaceous earth. Yeah.
that.
It's you can get it
Good
here in
buy.
America. You can get a big pound of it for like $10 at the
Mm.
local home store, which we call it Home
Mm-hmm.
Depot. So yeah, no, yeah, just get that. That will help. Probably be cheaper than the dewormer. Dewormer will probably be
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, yeah. It is. It's like $30 a pill, but I reckon I need to flush him out from some parasites. I'm wondering if that even is what is causing his liver issue in his body. Is he has a parasite um, infestation that needs to be cleaned out, and then his liver will start working better. Because the tablets they gave me, I don't reckon they work very well. I see him dip a lot. He gets good and he dips, and to me, it's like that tells me that there's something that's stopping his liver from working properly, like mine. So flush out the liver, and then I'll see if he, is better. And he came from a pet shop, so I dare say there was some, cats carry all kinds of parasites. So
They do. They do. That's why people say not to own them, not, but
yeah,
whatever. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, do that, and I'll send you some other helpful tips too on what to do with them. Because I've done so much research on cats and animals because
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I will medicate and help a fur baby in a minute over a human any day.
I know. I love my animals,
Yeah,
but
you know how I love animals too. I'm just all about them.
mhm.
But okay, you guys, this ends our show. We are at 7:23. We hit our 2 hour mark. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off and we'll be back again. I will be back next Monday, or do you have a holiday?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Okay, we don't well, today's a holiday here in America.
Oh, how lovely! Happy
It's St.
holidays.
it's St. Patrick's Day.
Ah, okay. No, I
Another
don't think we
drinking
have
another
any. Oh,
drinking day.
of course, drinking. Well, like you have green on your heart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know me, I don't pay attention to the holidays. Except for Christmas and Thanksgiving because my family's all crazy about those holidays. So
Yeah,
I get sucked
Easter's
into
a
that.
big one here too.
Hmm?
Easter is a big one here.
Yeah, yeah, we got Easter coming next month. Yeah, Easter's kind of a big one too. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not there yet. But okay, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. We will see you guys next Monday. And then again tomorrow morning, I will be here running my mouth again. Da, 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 da. So if you want to hear what I have to say more about cleaning the liver, I have a whole segment that we're doing on that tomorrow. And then we're probably going to talk more about healing and evolving. And I just have all this stuff, you guys, written down for tomorrow. So we've got a lot to cover tomorrow morning, and then whatever Julie from Love Riot Warriors is going to cover. So I hope I see you guys here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and I hope everyone has a very happy everything. Bye, guys.
Bye.